Mizuno have had something of a checkered past when it comes to creating lightweight speed football boots. Whilst they're comfortably making boots under the 200-gram weight point now, for every outstanding Morelia Neo there is today, there was a less favourable release like the Wave Ghost that preceded it. But since launching the Wave Ignitus in 2010, Mizuno have had the Midas touch, with more or less every boot they've released having been received well. Here in 2014, their major new silo for the World Cup was the Basara, with the TC-001 being the premier model. On paper, the Mizuno Basara has all the ingredients to be a great football boot, but does it pull it all together to make a cohesive cleat worthy of elite play? Well, let's find out. Slipping on the Mizuno Basara for the first time is almost unnervingly good. The prime skin upper is incredibly soft to the touch, the heel counter is supportive without creating any hot spots, and the lacing system is one of the deepest you'll find on any football boot around at the moment, making for a completely bespoke fit. We'd be genuinely shocked if anyone was still struggling with the Basara TC-001 if they've even given it a couple of hours of break-in. The prime skin upper on the Basara is also the source of that great feel and touch on the ball that's provided by the boot. We're fairly skeptical of any synthetic upper as smooth as the one found here on the Mizuno Basara, but Mizuno have engineered the boot in such a way so that lack of friction is never a problem. Again, that deep lacing system allows the boot to be pulled snug to the foot, and that is a big factor in this. A lot of people have a pie-in-the-sky idea of a leather speed boot being the holy grail of cleat design, and whilst we're not sure that the Basara could ever top that ideal that many players have, the prime skin upper is soft, supple, and stretch-resistant enough to come pretty darn close. Performance-wise, there's a lot to love about the Mizuno Basara in addition to that silky touch on the ball. Mizuno's tagline for the Basara is Savage Acceleration, and there's a couple of key pieces of tech that aim to help with that. The first of these is the D-Flex groove in the sole plate. Angled in between the aggressive, speed-focused studs, the D-Flex groove aims to allow the Basara to bend in a way that no other football boot has before. The idea behind the D-Flex groove is that when a player is planting his or her foot when sprinting or cutting, the boot allows the foot to dictate how much of the boot is in contact with the turf at any given time. And seeing as the body will naturally look to get as much of its surface area on the flat as possible, this means more studs are able to provide traction. More traction equals better acceleration. And whilst this is a notion that is tough to quantify, it's easy for us to say that the Basara provides a comfortable, super responsive ride, and even though we've been playing on pitches that are far from perfect at this time of year, they haven't let us down yet. Contributing to that is the R-Fiber inner liner. Despite looking like some kind of glass fibre composite in that little window you see on the side of the boot, the truth is it's more like a super soft web. Mizuno say that this in-house development is incredibly strong and helps reduce excess stretching by absorbing some of the force created by the foot on the upper to help lock the foot in place when turning and sprinting. Think of it like an all-around seatbelt that ensures your foot is always locked in for optimum energy transfer. Bolstering that notion of complete lockdown, Mizuno have even included an extra set of insoles that use the same zero glide lining as the heel counter. Acting a little bit like the popular True Socks, we found ourselves really liking these additional insoles, even though they're a little bit thinner than the standard ones you'll find in the boots when you buy them. As these technologies make the boot feel very unified with the foot, you may well guess that the Basara is good to strike a ball in too. Well, that's a yes and no. Close to goal, the Basara feels king. That true sense of lockdown was great for adding the confidence to put a little bit more power into short-range strikes, while the soft, thin upper was lovely for dinks and chips. As you move further away from goal, that supple, responsive sole plate made it feel like we were losing just a little bit of ping in our shots from distance, and that central lacing system isn't our personal preference for long-range efforts, but your mileage on this will vary depending on your personal striking style. But that point is only one on a very short list of complaints we have with the Mizuno Basara TC-001. Our other would be that the studs are pretty long for an FG release, meaning we'd stick to staying on the grass with these. Don't go hurting yourself by using them for a game on artificial turf. Overall, Mizuno have pulled an absolute blinder on the top-end Basara. Comfortable, versatile in the fit stakes with a lockdown feel on foot, and features that take the boot up a level rather than pegging it back.